Okay. Okay. Hey, hello, and welcome. I'm Linda the Lightworker, and today I'm joined with two of my soul sisters, um, Sumitra and Zoe, and we're going to be doing a reading based on the energies right now. So the information I'm getting is that whenever you click on this video is the right time to be listening to this reading. So Sumitra, you want to introduce yourself? I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a Lightworker, I'm a tarot reader and oracle reader, shamanic practitioner, and I used to do daily videos, and now I'm doing something different. And this is one of them. How's that? Okay, so let's do a little intro. Who wants to go next?
Well, quickly, I'll just say I'm Sumitra. Welcome to our reading of the Women of Weird, we call ourselves informally. And I listen to spirit, I read cards, I read the oracles, and I work with plant medicines.
Great.
And I'm Zoe. There's always got to be three, so I'm three. I read tarot, not really tarot. I read cards. I do some psychic work. I help people when they're going through transitions, and I'm a gardener right now because that's where the universe is dragging me. So I'm going happily there.
Nice. Nice. Wonderful. Okay, so that's the three of us. So today I'm working with a few decks. I'm working with the Wisdom of the Oracle, the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and the Medicine cards by Jamie Sands. And I just want to start pulling. I'm pulling three cards, and it's just to give us a little kind of a touchstone as to where we are right now. So the first card I have is this coming to the edge, like, and I don't think that's a surprise that so many people I've been talking to are like on this edge of their reality, like what's going on. There's so much confusion and upheaval in the world that we're being pushed to our edges as to where we are emotionally, what we can look forward to in the future, trying to make a plan while dancing on the edge can lead to a dramatic fall. It's almost as if I'm really seeing the Fool card, but without the joyfulness of the Fool coming in. The dance, you know how the Fool dances on the edge of a cliff, but he's got his bag and he's so happy. And I'm seeing this on the edge. And the card that came with it, two companion cards came with it. And the first is this mending. And this mending is this image of these two people. It's as if they're working together in the card. You know, when I'm seeing a grandmotherly type figure when you're working with a grandmother who knits, and you got to take the yarn, and when they put it in a ball, I don't knit at all or crochet, but I can remember having my hands out and yarn being wrapped around it and then somebody else winding it up. I see this kind of mending that's happening, and it's as if we're looking at this string of time through the past of how to mend what we've been through and how to mend ourselves moving forward. And then the final card I got was this observer. So the observer is always the wisdom card when we're able to step out of our circumstances. So believing that you're dancing on the edge, that you're going to fall, like what if you fly? What if this is in a magical state and you're able to do all things in all realities? but what you're observing is what you're going to receive. So the question is, what are you focusing on? Where are you focusing? Believing that you're dancing on the edge of humanity. I don't know why humanity is coming forward, but there's this difference in reconnecting with others. And Spirit's saying the more to staying as the observer, being able to look at your bubble, look at the other bubbles, the bubbles we've been in, and to view that with more clarity, pulling that emotional part out of ourselves. That's the message I'm really getting, so that we're able to do that work, that mending work. The pink clouds. Oh, I love that. Pink clouds remind me of sunsets, endings, endings, endings. That's all I keep hearing. We're at these endings. Okay, I'm getting it. All right. Spirit's like knocking me up the head with it. But we are at this ending of this part of the transition, of the in-between. We're not in the new times yet. We are still in the in-between times. And the longer that we can stay in the observer role rather than the identifier, if you're identifying that you're dancing on the edge, you're going to dance on the edge, you're going to dance yourself off the planet. Lots of opportunity to leave the planet in all sorts of ways. It doesn't even have to be a challenging, I'm not saying in a sick way. People are just checking out. There's still a checking out time going on. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit saying one more card. And I got the magic card. I also got this song, Got to Believe We Are Magic, right? From Xanadu. If we're not focusing on the magic, then we're not going to create any magic. So we got to keep our eye on the magic. I love all the bubbles and being able to shift our attention to believe in the magic of the world, because this is a world where we can create anything. And it does appear magical, but it is focusing on what we're thinking, on how we're thinking. So if there's the repetitive thought of, oh, I'm not well, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, you're going to keep being sick. It's shifting that attention, observing the illness and shifting the attention. I like it that it's with the mono vision. What are those things called? Telescope. With the one eye. It reminds me of the message of the left eye of Horus, which is like looking at the world through the opposite eye to receive the divine messages. I'll pause there. That's what I'm getting right now for the here and now of where we're starting from.
Can I tag team on that?
Absolutely.
On that? Yeah. So the first card I picked was truth. And it's a time I feel of really knowing what our truth is and what's true for us and what's real, not only empirically real, but like what is the truth? What are we established in? What is the truth that we are established in? And that's different for everyone, but it's really a time to hang on to that, what is true, because there's a lot of chaos. And there's a lot of confusion, as you were saying, Linda, and a lot of swaying, and the wind of the mind is just blowing. So, and no one, really knows what's going on. We don't really know what's going on, but we can know what our truth is. And sometimes it's like being the lantern, like we are the lantern and we are the light. We've got to protect ourselves and protect our kind of central core, our essence right now. So the truth of our essence as well. So meditating on truth. And then I did pick the Wheel of Fortune or the Destiny card. So this really is a turning right now that we're in. We can talk more about this in a little bit, but we are in an eclipse cycle right now. One just happened yesterday, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And that we are in a big turning of the wheel. We're in the precipice of a lot of changes, and we may not know where we're going, but this is a really significant time. And it takes a lot to stay grounded right now, but do know that things are changing. And that was verified to me when I was in meditation today. And it was just like, hold on, things are changing. Hold on, things are changing. And just remain hopeful. And then the last card I picked was the universe. And this is, for me, from what I'm getting off this card right now, is just like trust. We have to trust in the process. There is something happening. We are being held. And when we're confused or scattered or ungrounded, to find a way to connect with, the absolute, or a higher power, or some kind of higher truth in ourselves, and just kind of find some comfort in that, surrender, because there is something happening here. And I feel like this card is saying that there is a movement that is kind of a holistic movement. A lot of things are moving, and it's moving toward the better, but we have to trust, kind of get out of the fray, and like put our trust in something greater than ourselves.
So you're muted. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to tag team off of you now. The first card I drew is the control card. And it was drawn in the way of the physical body. Our physical bodies have been controlled for many, many decades, years, eons. The pandemic, especially women, especially anybody who isn't white and black, white and male, So there's a lot of control going on in our physical bodies. And then the next card that I threw is the dark card, dark, but it was thrown in reverse. And that means that in our heads, we can't see what's happening next. We know it's coming, but we can't see it. It's a lot of us are blind to it. Many people are, oh yeah, I can see the new world coming or whatever, but it is really dark out there for a lot of people. It's night, we're wearing sunglasses, and it's hard to tell how this is going to shake out. Then the third card I threw is the freedom card, and it was in reverse as well. And that means that we need to trust, like Sumitra said, we have to trust that the freedom is coming, that it's coming, that we can have it, that it is what we belong to, what belongs to us, how it connects. It's coming. And we need to, while this is happening, the dark is happening, we need to say, well, we know that freedom is coming. So breathe, calm down, eat food, hydrate, walk around the block, sleep, those kinds of things. Just keeping it together until it actually manifests itself. And then because you can't stop with those kind of cards. And then the final card is the earth card. And the earth is the physical, and it came in the physical direction. And basically what it's saying is that we will be connected. We are connected. Sorry. You've got to be kidding me. No. Fudge. Sorry. Earth card means that we are connected to the earth. We are understanding why we're here and why the earth, oh, for fuck's sake. I can't make it stop. I can't make it stop ringing. Okay. I don't know what I was doing. Technology. The Earth card is the most important thing that we have right now. It's just being connected to our Earth. We need to be out there. We need to protect it. We need to be one with it. I think that, jokingly said, I'm a gardener right now, but I think that's part of what my path is to learn how to use the Earth in a way that isn't hurting it and that people benefit from it. So that's my path apparently right now. So I, gonna bulldoze my house and make a bigger yard and sleep in a tent because, because the gardening is the important thing. And it's the idea of planting the seeds and trusting that the seeds will work. And I know that it's kind of like I've planted the seeds of a lot of things and I've been trusting. And I'll tell you, I love basil and I planted a lot of basil and not one of those little buggers has come up until yesterday. And it's been like almost 2 months. And I was like, oh, there you are. And I had almost given up on them. I'd almost given up on the fact that the little basil could show up. But they did. They came when they were ready and not when I was ready. And I think that's an important part of this too, is just patience, acceptance. So, ta-da.
Awesome. I kind of feel compelled to kind of close this. If I don't know how you all feel. I'm just feeling the card I pulled was completion, as if like we really got this this whole thing. I pulled completion, and then I pulled beloved, and then it said observing. And so it's really the message of the more we're able to observe our situation with love and remembering the beloved being spirit, Amma, your guides, your higher power, how you pray. I always think of Hafiz when I hear the word beloved, with the translations in the Hafiz poetry. Look at the bubble. It just still, I've shuffled this deck like 4 times while we were talking, and I keep pulling the beloved card. It just keeps showing up about loving, being able to, I keep getting this image. I know it's not a new one, but is of this beautiful heart energy. There's so many that have been brokenhearted and so much grief that has come forward in either grief and anger and I see them both with this color of the beloved, and taking that, using that Japanese technique of filling the cracks in the heart with gold, and to remember that the heart is a muscle that can grow and strengthen. And with the addition of the gold, it reinforces those walls that have felt so pushed apart by the pain or the grief, the losing of our loved ones and our animals and our way of living and the old way of life. This is a big deal, this grieving period, and then being gentle with that grief, giving it, loving, as Matt Kahn says, loving whatever arises is the invitation. And that takes tremendous courage to just be that love on the inside. So that's the final message I'm hearing for today. Anyone else have a final message that they're hearing?
Yes, I picked stand your ground. So stay grounded, keep things simple. Keep pointing, towards hope. stand your ground, hold your truth. It's a time of spiritual strength. This is not an easy time. This is a time of a lot of transition. And like Zoe was saying, you know, in the dark with sunglasses on, use your spiritual resources, your inner resourcing, and connect with what is eternal right now and find comfort there. And the last is prosperity begins. This is the future. And so we see two hands that are nurturing a seed. So just keep the faith, keep nurturing your seed, and eventually, like the basil, it will grow and it's going to manifest. Right now we are in the doorway between an eclipse, one that closes and one that opens in a couple weeks now. So just keep nourishing your seeds, keep meditating and checking into what's eternal, and just stay grounded.
You're muted, so.
And stay in the now. Just be here, be now. Work through what you have now. The other things will come. You don't have to push them. Just be in the now.
That's always the best advice, to stay as present as possible. When I'm in the present moment, there is never anything wrong if I can simply stay present.
Yep.
But that's a lifelong mission. So,
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. That's our reading for today. Thank you so much for checking in, and let us know how you're doing down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Many thanks to my soul sisters for stopping in today, and looking forward to seeing you all next time.